Hi everyone, my name is Corrie. I was raised in South Auckland in a Christian home. It was a loving home. We went to church probably 2-3 times a week. I attended Sunday school, youth group, youth camps, and through it all I actually never had my own personal relationship with Jesus. And so by the time I went to college, I was seeking my own pleasure. I started looking outside the home and started looking outside of church, for things to fill me up, basically. And I wanted independence. And so what I did is I rebelled against my parents. I left school at the age of 15. I went and got a job because a job for me meant money, and money for me meant independence. And that was really important because independence gave me the ability to go off and do what I wanted to do. And that's exactly what I did for the next 10 years. At the age of 25, I got married. We bought a home, we had our daughter, and my idea of life was basically to provide a loving home, to fill our lives with material things, experiences, overseas holidays if we could afford it, getting away as a family, having nice things, a nice car, these kinds of experiences. This is what I was all about. And what I found over the years is that a lot of that, even though it was short-term pleasure, but I often walked away feeling empty afterwards, and I went on searching for the next thing. And that's really how the next 30 years of my life was. And over that time frame, I actually became addicted to alcohol and drugs, and that's just part of the lifestyle that we were living. We often like to celebrate at our house, and 30 years later, my children are they're now young adults, and I see them starting to follow in my footsteps, and that was really revealing for me because I didn't actually like it. It was confronting. I didn't want them to follow in my footsteps because I knew that it was short-term pleasure, and I knew that it wasn't going to be fulfilling for them. But, I was a parent who wanted my children to do as I say and not as I do. But that's just not life, and so they started to follow in my footsteps, and I had to deal with that. So that was a confronting time in my life. Then we had a crisis in our family, and it was at that point that I knew that I needed God. I knew there was no way that I could fix this issue. There was no way my husband could, and we would probably lose our family. So it was at that stage we went running back to God. And God's grace and mercy, He was amazing. Here's me thinking, I'm going to come to you, Lord, and you're going to fix this issue. You're going to fix my family, fix my husband. But God was really trying to reach me at that stage, and He was showing me that He was enough. I carried a lot of guilt and shame for the way that I had brought my family up, my children, what I had taught them and what I hadn't taught them. I had a lot of guilt as well over how I treated people, things that I had done. That's just life. That's what we do. We do a lot of things that we regret. So living with that was really hard, but God, this relationship with the Lord, He was able to bring me to that place of forgiveness. Forgiveness is so powerful. I was able to forgive myself, firstly, for the mistakes that I had made, forgive other people for the hurts. And, today I'm a completely different person. I don't chase the things that I used to chase before. I don't need them to fill me up. He's enough for me. He fills me up, and I'm satisfied in Him. So I encourage you that, if you're in a space where you're feeling empty, where just, things aren't working out, I encourage you to look to God. He knows us. He knows our beginning to our end, and He's just waiting for you to call upon Him. So this is my story. I hope this encourages you, and God bless.